Don't you love it?
Yeah, I do.
That's so cool. So here we are. And what are we doing? We're doing a beer and a bob.
Oh, yeah.
Okay, let's start with the beers. Beer.
Thank you.
And a bob. And a cheers. Oh, this is the biggest nerdy.
Yeah. There we go.
Now we're going to do this sword fight. Drum, 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 drum. Like Star Wars. Now here's why. Because I went down to the grocery store or the supermarket or supermarché, depending on what you want to say, and then you stopped me in the aisle and you said, "Do you think I should get a bob?" And I said, "Yeah."
Yeah.
You come up right now, you get a bob.
Free bob.
Yeah, and here we are.
I'm sorry, there's a lot of bobby pins in there.
Yeah, it's cool. Oh, by the way, I didn't introduce you. This is Diana.
Hi.
Matthew, Diana, you two. And over there, you guys are getting haircuts next. Michaela. Michaela. Yeah. And Simon. And Simon doesn't do drawings, but I showed him that little show already. People watching, if they get the reference or not, they can some will, some won't. And Ben's over there. But that's okay, you don't have to be on camera. We're just talking, because some people might talk into the audios and stuff. So yeah, we got a little posse hanging around. You had a bunch of pins in your hair.
Yeah.
That's what's going on.
I told you.
You were literally pinning your hair up because you were sick of it.
Yeah.
And oh. Yeah. I got a haircut idea for you. Like you want a bob, you said. Well, we did a mullet last time. That's what happened. We did a kind of mullet thing last time. So it's growing out. It's called a bi-level cut.
Okay.
Oh, we have to look at this for a second. Now, Alan, one of our YouTubers that watched this, sent me a bunch of pictures, and it was called a bi-level cut.
Okay.
And you said you wanted a bob, but that's not quite there.
No.
Do you want to see what a bi-level cut looks like?
Please.
Cool, we're going to go off camera for a second. It's a 1970s haircut. There it is.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah?
Yeah.
Yeah? Are you digging it or no?
Kind of, yeah.
You could be the only one in the country with a bi-level cut.
By the sounds of it.
Alan sent us this. Is this the bi-level?
Yeah.
Is this the bi-level?
That's looking cool.
I think we're gonna do that. I think that's the cut. Because you don't have quite enough in the front for a bob, right? Because it's good. This is the other one going. I could give you a bi-level cut today, and then that's just your fucking look.
Yeah.
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 Because you're not. This isn't long. I think bi-level.
I think we do it.
Yeah. Alan, thanks for sending me those pictures.
And look at
And
that.
let's do that. Zoom, zoom, zoom. Cool.
Perfect.
And we're going to take a commercial break.
That's decided.
Cool.
It was 1987 and New Zealand was going off. But there was a problem. Wine was in and beer was out. While men pretended to enjoy wine, they never forgot about beer.
Hey, hon, want some wine?
Yes.
Awesome.
It's one.
Men needed a hero till the end of the night. And that hero was Morton Coots. He created Export Dry, a sophisticated beer, crisp and refreshing but still full of flavor. Men could finally say no to wine. 25 years later on, men can still say no.
Wineless, sir?
No.
Yes.
We're feeling like a woman with a bi-level cut who's going to wear attire like that. There you go.
Cool.
Is it cool? Help yourself. Change. Woo! And we decided not on the skirt. We decided the black pants are better. And I agree. And look at that. There's pandemic coming out of your house. Anyhow, it's just a reminder of the modern times as well. I like when we mix things in the modern times. Anyhow, let's do a bi-level cut. I printed it off, didn't I? I meant to.
You have to change the name of the video to Beer and Bileable Cat.
Sorry?
Beer and Bileable Cat, not Beer and a Ball.
That's true.
We're on the same.
So we got to change it from like we were in the grocery store. And you're like, Bob, and wish your hair was up, and it's up again now. But it's now a beer and a bi-level cut. Thank you, Simon. It's a beer and a bi-level cut. And thank you, Alan, for sending this. I never heard of a bi-level cut. And then when Alan sent a bunch of photos in, and I showed it to my staff, and like, have you ever heard of a bi-level cut? And no. Now, yeah, this is like a cool thing for the channel. Thank you, Alan.
Cheers to that.
Yeah. Sweet. Let's get started.
Cool.
You get the pink one.
Oh, that matches.
Yeah. I'm gonna have to buy some more new capes, but pink and a bi-level and a beer. We ran into each other in the grocery store.
It's a perfect Tuesday.
Yeah. And Michaela. Get right eventually. She's next. Come on over, let's wash your hair.
Cool.
I always like cutting your hair.
Thank you.
Yeah, you're welcome.
I like you cutting it.
Touche. That haircut's so cool.
So
It's my first attempt at one of those.
good to know.
Yeah. But anyhow, I get it right away and I could get it right off the
Oh,
bat.
yeah.
You're the perfect candidate for this. I'm going to spin the chair so the folks can see the first snip.
Alrighty.
Yeah. So when you go in there, hairline, past the hairline, right there.
Cool.
And that's cool. And that's going to be where the bi-level's going to be. And
Alrighty.
there you go. You're using it anyway.
Cool.
And then we go back to the cutting end because also we want people to live this experience through you in the chair.
Yeah.
It's also part of the chair, part of the channel.
A little part of the chair.
Yep. And then that haircut, we're going to angle it up slightly so it's not quite square in the back. We're going to do a shorter version of this because fuck yeah.
Yeah.
Because hell yeah. Well, not shorter, it's going to be about that length. I think the way it's all like built up in the back, so I'm going to aim for the same thing.
Okay.
Cool. How's your, is it a boy or a girl? It's a
Girl.
That's right. How's your girl doing?
She's been teething,
Oh.
so
This is she.
Oh. Gorgeous. Look at that beautiful house. Gorgeous. Yeah.
yeah, so we're completely exhausted and
Are you?
everything.
So you haven't been sleeping?
No, not last night at least.
No. Oh yeah. I get it. I've had kids too. Mine are 7 and 3, so they're beyond the teething phase, but there's still other phases. There's the next phase, next phase, next phase, next phase. Doesn't it feel good having it off your neck?
Feels light. Gonna have to re-dye it.
You're gonna go back. You're gonna have you back here because it'll be on me. Obviously,
Sure.
of course it'll be on me. After this haircut,
Sure.
because it's gonna be on me. Of course it is. Where's Ben from?
Levin.
Oh, I like the VIN. It's got the little whiz wheel.
Yeah.
You know, don't know much about it other than when when you're doing road trips, you come back and you come back to Levin. It's a good place to have a break and let your kids run around. It's got the whiz wheel, the mouse wheel,
Yeah.
and the flying fox.
Yeah, all of the adventure park.
Yeah, exactly. My kids love that.
Yeah, pretty much all you see as you come through is all there is to it.
Yeah. It's got a barber shop called something. No, it's something. I have to look it up. It's named after a boat. It's a barber shop named after a boat.
Couldn't tell you.
Yeah, well, you know what a barber is, I can tell. It's got a unique name. Now, I come from Nova Scotia, and we used to have a nautical themed like hairdresser called the Golden Clipper. The Golden Clipper. It's nautical themed. Yeah.
Very cute.
Yeah. Yeah. That's all I'm gonna say about that one. No more stories.
I went to a cleverly named barber in Topo once called Mancraft.
Minecraft's good. I like the eclectic names. I like the when people have eclectic names of the businesses and they have meaning behind them. Now mine's called Blow Up, which is named after a nightclub I used to go to called Blow Up,
Okay.
and that nightclub was named after a movie. So my salon's named after a nightclub that's named after a movie.
It has history.
It has history. So I didn't name it after the movie. I named it after the nightclub. And the nightclub named it after the movie. Now people come, my clients come and goes, "Oh, Blow Up like the movie." I'm like, "No, Blow Up like the nightclub. That's named after the movie." Because there's more to the story. Because I've actually never seen the movie Blow Up. I'm aware of it. It's really cool. I've never actually seen it. And it's so funny because I'm so heavily invested in this branding. I don't think I ever want to see it because I think that's funny. All I know is I spent too many years of my life in a nightclub called Blow Up. Thanks, Davey Love. He's the guy who ran it. Thank you for my youth.
Is it a nightclub in Canada?
There was one in Toronto and there was one in London and a relocation. There was a bunch of relocations in Toronto. They kept moving it. And then there was the reason why they would relocate the Toronto one was because it would become too popular. It was meant to be like subculture,
Oh yeah.
right? Subculture. And then it would catch on and then he would move it and not tell anybody. So the word of mouth would get the right people back onto it. And it's like, where did that go? That place was so fun. I don't know. So he would weed out the riffraff. He was very clever about that.
Huh.
Yeah. And that was before like internets and things like that, right? Like, you just move it without telling anybody. So when he'd move it, the first night, there'd probably be like 50 people in there. And then eventually over time, it's like 3,000 people trying to get in. And he would just move it, not tell anyone. Goes back down, and it was one of the 50. It's like, oh yeah, this is back to normal again. And people have noticed there's the target over there, the RAF symbol. His first location, Davey Love, painted that on the wall of the nightclub. And I painted it on the wall of my salon. He knows, he's aware of it. Same as he did. He's well aware of it.
Nice.
Yeah. And it was at what was his first location? It was on Dundas Street in Toronto, near the Art Gallery. And I think it was called the Lemon Drop. Going back from memory, going back to decades now, my brain. Anyway, so that's in reference to his first location of Blow Up,
Love it.
which I was one of the original ones at the first location,
Wow.
and all the locations ever since. Now that I moved to New Zealand, he only does a Christmas party every year called the Blow Up Christmas Bash. I'm unable to make those because I live here now. Unfortunately.
firmly.
Doesn't it feel good having it off? It's got about time.
It always amazes me how much hair girls can fit into one clip. Will it just like into one?
True,
It's an art form.
Yeah.
true. I'm gonna spin the chair, they can have to see. Have a look, have a look, have a look, have a look. Wow, so let's see what's happening there. Fun. You can be a regular on this channel and you just get a bunch of haircuts. I think that's gonna work for you. I've been cutting hair for a little while, just haven't hit you on the film before.
No.
It's not really film, but you know, I mean, I like that, like it's a film, or a film. Film. You're on my film. Do you want to be in my movie? We'll make you a big, big star. The false promises where the dreams don't come true. Oh, you're gonna be so famous. You get a bi-level cut. You're gonna be so popular.
Came to Hollywood for a reason.
Fighting them all off. You'll be like the nightclub, and they're gonna have this little rope haircut like that.
Oh yeah.
You're so popular. With every snip, increase in popularity.
You hear that, Ben?
Oh, Ben's a cool guy over there. But he's not gonna be on camera. You can be on camera if you want. Come over and book this. No, it's cool. It's like, I'm not getting involved in any of this. It's like, oh, all our hair's coming off. Oh, I need a sip of beer. I need a sip of beer. Sip of beer. Is that yours?
Yes.
This is mine. Oh, let's do the Star Wars again.
Oh, that feels so good.
Yeah.
Poor flatmates won't know what's hit them. I went out for groceries and 2 hours later.
Exactly. I took you out of a grocery store. You think you're gonna want? Like, how about a bi-level? Yeah. I should have bought cigarettes too. I don't smoke. I just smoke whenever I drink beer. But this feels like one of those nights where it would have been good to have a cigarette with a beer. But the problem is they cost $897.22.
They do.
Oh my god, they are expensive now. It's like more expensive than cocaine.
Mm-hmm.
It's like cocaine, cigarettes, cocaine, cigarettes, cocaine.
We'll go for the
Can't afford the cigarettes.
Yeah.
Yeah. Oh my god, that's out. So here we go with the bi-level.
Ooh.
So we're gonna do this one. You're digging already. More so than a Bob. Aren't you
Oh
digging
yeah,
it?
I'm loving it.
Yeah, of course you are. Thank you, Alan. Now you have to say, thank you, Alan. Because you wouldn't be getting this haircut if it wasn't for that email that Alan sent us. It's awesome. Awesome idea. And then we're going to have to layer this out a little bit because we're going to build it up. Oh, there's my guide. And you go like that. Into the guide. Into the guide. Better than a mullet.
That's great.
It's like more, it's like a high fashion mullet.
Chic.
It is. I'm liking that stuff. Let's look on this side. That's the whole point of this channel, though. Explore different things. So, yeah, the good, the bad, and the ugly. But the bad ends up being great because it's so bad that it's good, right? We have a saying like it's so bad that it's good. And I think this is one of those. It's just so bad that it's good. It's a bi-level cut. People are like, I like your haircut. And you go, thanks for asking. By the way, it's a bi-level cut. It was really popular for some reason. Yeah, we over-explained like, oh my god, it's complimented you.
1963.
Yeah, no, I'm going to give you all the information. It was very popular in the mid-70s. It's a mid-70s thing. And then you over-explain it to make it really awkward. But you always start with, thanks for asking. And then you go into your rant.
Thanks for asking.
Yeah,
You brought
yeah.
us on.
Yeah. And then you have to also say things like, oh, when someone says, with a haircut like this, you have to change the way you speak a little bit, right? For example, if someone says, so what are you doing this weekend? You say, we're having company. You have to say stuff like that. We're having company. You go, oh, whatever. Walk away from that one. We're having company. Who says that stuff? People with bi-level haircuts? That's who. Now the bangs you have are from me, aren't they? From your last haircut?
Trimmed them a little bit.
No, you trimmed a little bit.
Just a
They're
little bit.
mostly left over from the
Yeah.
last haircut. Yeah, cool.
Definitely.
Because the length of the fringe, I'm liking. I'll go over them a little bit to fix what you did. No, not saying
that's
that you
very
did it
fair.
wrong, just to go over what was there.
Yeah.
But it's actually working because the longer fringe with this haircut, I like. Yeah, it's a level cut.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
Oh yeah.
That's a human making dog noises. We're in the urban centers though, that's why things are happening. It's the kids in the hall. The top gets to be short.
Oh yeah.
And the fringe, I think the fringe is great. That one I didn't save. That's okay. I could have done the bend and snap, but I wouldn't use it again. It's not on the floor. Just leave it there. Bend and snap.
Didn't that film come out like the year you were born?
Quite possibly.
It may have been.
Love it anyway.
Wow, I didn't think about that stuff because I was those were years where I was doing lots of drugs when that came out. Lots of drugs. I used to love that. I was obsessed. You come home because it was on a DVD. You come home and you're like, and I had a bunch of DVDs and that was one of my like go-to. Especially to be honest, when I had a really bad day, the first Legally Blonde movie. Not that I've never seen the second one. That's disgusting. But back in those days, when I had a really bad day, I'd go to Legally Blonde.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And don't you stamp it your last season part is at me, hussy. Like I used to love that stuff with the bed and snap. Yeah. I had a few. I probably had about 7 DVDs I'd go to if I had a bad day. If I had a good day, I'd be out. Had a bad day, you're just wallowing away with your DVD player and your old screen TV, the old kind, square
big one.
Yeah, CRT. Those things. Now, here's a story about. Now, you get your apartment, it's Queen Street West in Toronto, and then you go to where you work, and but the Toronto version, ours was called Future Shop, the Future Shop in Canada. It's called Future Shop. So I bought a Samsung CRTC TV and DVD, but separate, not the combo, the separate one. And you work hard, and you know you're getting on credit. You go home and you set it up, right? But here's the problem. I had a 91 Honda Civic with a bass and subwoofer and the big speaker in the trunk. So I took that out of my car and put it in the apartment so I could drive to pick up my little electronics, right? True story. And so I bring it home and I'm so proud. And these things were expensive back then. And you set up your TV and your DVD and the rest of it. And that night you watch movies with the person who lived at the time. I'm not going to name on the video, but the person who lived at the time. And it was a good night. We watched our first DVD. We went to what had been called Suspect Video back then. We watched our DVD. So you go to work the next day, then you come home. But the problem was I didn't put my bass speaker back in the car. So I come home, and she's all like, I reorganized. I'm like, cool, what did you do? She put the bass speaker back to the brand new TV and magnets, CRTC.
Oh.
She ruined, because magnets, you don't put magnets near those, right?
Yeah.
So every time, and literally, I haven't had the TV for 24 hours, every time we turn it off, green in the corner.
Oh no.
Oh.
It was forever ruined.
The speaker is made of magnets, right?
Because it was one of those scenarios. I take this out of the car so I can bring home the TV, so the magnet's nowhere near it. Didn't have time to put it in because we were joining the TV. Come on board, she's like, oh look, I reorganized. She put it, leave it right up, not putting it in. She's like, wait, like, oh, this looks like a good space to put that. And, I haven't even turned it on yet. Move that away, turn it on, like black screen, green in the corner. I had that TV for 10 years, but it was always green in the corner from that day on. But every so often, when it warmed up, the green would kind of go away.
Yeah, that's the problem with old CRT monitors, and that's why they say to put a magnet near a screen.
Oh!
But that's not even true anymore.
Oh!
CDs don't have that problem.
Yeah. No, the new stuff is the LCDs and what I don't carry.
They don't really care about magnets.
No,
They've
it's
got
all different now.
speakers built into the TVs now.
So magnets can't erase data.
Depends on what kind of hard drive you're talking about.
Yeah. The newer, other new ones, what do they call them?
SSDs they can't.
Yeah, it's just these different.
Hard drives, depending on the age of the hard drive, they can. They have magnetic shielding on the modern hard drives
Yeah.
to stop them from getting damaged. But yeah.
We went through Apple's security at one point with just a small flash drive that had a whole lot of stuff on it. Getting to Australia, you're getting to Australia, like, yeah, we'll load it up.
Is that feeling more like it?
Should
It is.
That's weird.
Yeah, we were devastated over it.
Not Buzz looking so good.
Not fun. It's also fun watching haircuts, like this thing. Hang on, they're watching or what? You know. You're looking forward to your haircut, aren't you?
Yep.
Yep. I'm really liking this on you. And you're gonna rock this around Wellington.
Oh yeah.
Like we're reinventing something from the mid '70s that was completely buried in fashion history, but we bring it out to. That's the point of this channel. That's the whole point of this channel. Let's bring this stuff back. Bi-level cut. Never heard of it. And I've been doing it for decades, and I never heard of this haircut. And I'm like, oh my god, this needs to be a thing.
It is now.
It is now. Thank you, Alan. I've already said it, but yeah. He's like, I think he's from England or something. I got the, someone over there in England, if that's where he's from, is smiling.
It's international now.
Got a few smiles out of someone out there. And it's probably the sort of haircut you got in the local village, you know, somewhere in the UK, in a place with one of these kind of names. I have this book. It's from the UK. Now it's all the names of like random hair salons, like for example, Heads of State, or we'll find another one. We'll just find two. There's one called British Hair, but you know what I mean, or Hair and Now, or Hair Living. You know, it's a whole book based on those eclectic names. Yeah. So you go to a place like that and get a haircut like this. Someone got me that book. It's a great book. It's a very cherished item. I can't remember who got it for me, but someone got it for me, and it's a very cherished item.
It's a good one here.
British Airways. That's what. Yeah, they're both good actually. There's the British Airways and the Cut and Run. They're all good names in there.
Cutting remarks.
Oh, I think we're there. It's done. So. I'll clean up the hairline after though. And by the way, in case people are wondering, the products are moved over there because we got a record player over there. In case you've seen the back one, there's a new record player. And I think I'm going to decorate that back wall again. So what's happening is we're coming out of weird restriction times. So it's called a new era, or a new start. And yeah, based on the new, a new start, I'm kind of digging it. So I'm going to get a new license plate. So we drive around, people know that it's a new start.
Oh yeah.
So it's, you abbreviate things. ANUSTRT, a new start.
And very
Or ANUSTRT.
Very cool.
You know, I mean it's a new start, but someone else driving along will be like, fucking ain't a start? Do you ever see, it's in Arrested Development. He actually gets that license plate, ANUSTRT. He's like, it's time for a new start. He's trying to say, but he doesn't say, he goes, it's time for a, and you see the license plate, they're like, fuck. yeah, you get it. I love Arrested Development.
They're the same one.
So for this one, we're going to fluff it around with some mousse and one of these brushes.
Cool.
Make it big in the back. I'm glad you cut this.
Me too. I love how that we meet in the grocery store and you're like, I'm thinking about a bob.
and let me show you all the pictures that I've been looking at, and I went, nah, that's the one. So, but it's a better result.
I think so.
Yeah?
Yeah.
Better than a bob. A bi-level cut. And you'll rock this around Wellington, of course you will, because it's such an eclectic town anyway. And so we're going to do parting over here. I'm not doing a major blow dry tonight because we got to get on to another haircut. But this will be like the cut and run version, like from the book, the cut and run version. Cut and run. So we're doing the cut and run version of the bi-level cut. But you can come back and we can do play around with styling.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And maybe some colour.
Oh, color for sure. So you'll be back anyway. Oh, and we're gonna. Oh! Look at that size, the way that's happening. Oh! They gotta see that at home. Look at that, folks. Oh, look at that, folks. Whoa!
Let's go.
That's what we're looking for. Oh yeah.
Oh yeah.
Oh yeah. And this side too. Here, let's bring this around here. Whoa! Let's see what happens this side. Whoa! Ho! Ah! Look at that Pee Wee Herman. Do Pee Wee Herman noises. Have you guys ever heard of Pee Wee Herman? Oh my God! You've heard of Pee Wee Herman? Oh, he's the best. You've heard of Pee Wee Herman? Kind of? Pee Wee Herman? Oh, that guy's the best. Oh yeah.
Oh yeah.
Shaking like a Polaroid picture. And this is gonna go this way.
Okay.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, look at that. That's exactly what we want. That's how exciting this is. Paul Rubin, that was the comedian's name. Paul Rubin. That was some messed up crap there. Now those watching YouTube, after you watch this video, you just look up P.W. Herman, Pee Wee Herman, the old skits off David Letterman show and whatnot. Oh my God, that's a rabbit hole right there. My favorite one is the bell tower joke. Best joke ever. Pee Wee Herman doing the bell tower joke? Best joke ever. Google it. Pee Wee Herman, David Letterman, bell tower joke. Genius. Genius. Slightly. Oh yeah, but it's comfortably. Stand over here, shall I? Do an awkward fucking pose. Hairdressing's bad ergonomics anyway. I'll come around this side. Now, even though your hair's shorter, you still have so much friggin' hair it takes forever to dry.
Oh yeah.
It's one of those things like, oh my God, even with short hair, you still have a lot of friggin' hair. Let's go turbo. Max power. Now, I only have 2 girls, but if I had a boy, I would have named him Max Power. And then my son would have gone up and say, Dad, why am I Max Power? I said, because I saw him on the side of a hairdryer. Max Power. With a name like that, you can never go wrong. I ended up with girls. This is ever amazing.
Loving it.
Now you do realize this is the haircut. When you go back to school tomorrow, you're like the most popular girl in fucking school. Like they're all like, oh, wow. And you're like, it's a bi-level. I bet you Alan,
It is giving
who said the picture, and that is, isn't it? I bet you Alan said that it was like someone who he had a crush on back then. Had this haircut maybe? Who knows? But Alan can leave a comment below.
'70s was the year, was the decade of hairspray, wasn't it?
Oh yeah. Oh, and carcinogenics? How many hairdressers died? Of chain smoking and hairspray and, well, a few other things too. Oh, we're nailing this.
Unfortunately, they didn't know that the hairspray was killing the ozone layer at the time anyway.
No, they didn't know any idea back then. They were just like, save the seals. I think that was the earliest environmental initiatives back in the 70s was save the seals. Because Bob Hunter, if you look him up, was trying to save the seals in the early 70s. And then people do their research. I don't know what I'm talking about.
The seals need that.
Yep. Well, that's how it all got started with Bob Hunter. Back in the around 71 or so. Well, more than his saving than just the seals, but that's how it all began, it was with the seals. I'm going to have to see you back more often, but I'm not charging you for haircuts obviously after this. So, you have a stubborn hairline. I have to go in with the heavy guns. I should have spun you for that other one, but I'll spin you for this one.
Alright.
Yeah, she's got a stubborn. Look at see this part. What a stubborn hairline. That's better. That's cool. I went a little bit shorter than the picture, but
That's okay.
hell yeah. For impact purposes.
That works.
Yeah. Oh, and look at the shoulder pads and everything. Wow.
Oh yeah.
Aren't you vibing this?
I am vibing with
Totally.
Oh yeah.
Totally. My first time ever doing a bi-level cut. I'm gonna do more. And let's grab some after shots of it. So I'm gonna grab the camera.
Cool.
Now where normally pick pictures, 2 pictures. Oh, you need to do that too. Come on over. Where I normally take pictures, we have a record player there now.
That's okay.
Yeah, but I'll leave the record player alone. So here's what's gonna happen. Come on over here and grab a seat over there, and we'll do our little outro and say bye to the tubers.
Alright.
Cool.
Cool.
And there you go. So we met in the grocery store or the supermarket, and then you said, how about a bob? And I said, how about a beer and a bi-level cut? And here we are. We've got a beer and a bi-level cut. And I've never done a bi-level cut, and like I said, thank you, Alan. That's fun. I could have done the back a little bit longer like a picture, but no, we pushed it right
No.
up. We pushed. It was more fun. Yeah, this is fun. I love this
Yeah,
haircut.
thank you,
So
Alan.
you will be back for color.
Yes.
Yeah, cool.
Absolutely.
And yeah, people will see you again. This you already have one video here, but come around, give me a big hug. Enjoy your hair.
Thank you very
And
much.
bye, tubers.
Bye.
Bye. Cool. Done.
I love it.